incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like your so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know.
Coach, it is a sound like no other when they raise that 12th man flag here in Seattle. We just heard it, and that means it's time for football at CenturyLink Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Dallas Cowboys and the Seattle Seahawks. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up. Set. 10-2 stop. 5. Ready?
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Check 31.
On second down, it's Pollard.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Third play here this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Escaping the... And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
So this punt sails out of bounds across midfield. Now the question, they're going to spot it right at the 40, the 40-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, it's Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Mike 56, Mike 56.
To throw is Wilson. Throwing again. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. The 305-pound Ndamukong Suh finding the path to the QB there.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Wilson to the Seahawks, looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Flushed out right. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Tyler Lockett, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak in playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. It's a gain of 16 and the Dallas first down.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, Cowboys.
Let's go now. 60 or. Rock it. Here we go again. Let's go.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Now back to throw. Cooper's got it. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Shaquille Griffin in on the stop defensively.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
Check, go. Crunch.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And the athleticism on the spin move allows him to pick up the first before he's brought down. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10.
Leo.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
X3, 218, chop snap.
They'll run with Elliott. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. It shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Right back to him on first down. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the ball ends up out of bounds, so it'll be a loss on the play.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. The ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Now on 2nd and 13. Wilson. This complete to Lockett. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 31-yard line. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
56 to Mike, boy.
Now Wilson on first down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The all-pro linebacker Luke Kuechly right there on the coverage, stride for stride.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
On second down, McMillan. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
There's a party now. Smart that. 56 to Mike. 56 is to Mike. Rabbit.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. Flush to his right. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain.
Green 80. Mike's 56. Strip the ball. Strip that ball. Kill. Check three. Slam.
On second down now, McMillan. A good run as he works his way for 9 that time, and it'll leave him with a third and just a few inches.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's third and inches. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's first and goal.
Seahawks. First and goal at the 5-yard line.
56, right there. 56. 3 buzz.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Buying time to his left. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. And he moved left there, Charles Little. Danger play. He didn't throw toward that left side, went over the middle. Got the 6, though. Yeah,
he seems like the type of guy that when you told him as a kid, don't touch the stove because it might be hot, he touched it anyway. And this one, he got away without getting burned.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on first and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
An incomplete pass leads to second and 10 from the 25.
Smith. Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
Second and 10. Into heavy traffic, and it's It's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it, and they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Cooper was the target there.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Ready?
56. Hey, keep it up. Keep it up.
Got it. 56 to Mike.
After the interception, here's Wilson. His throw incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
You remember me? Let's go, baby. Shoot. Hey, zero.
Now a give, right side. McMillan. Room here to run. The 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. The extra point now coming from Myers. And it's 21-3. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Ready up.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
13 yards. First down, Cowboys.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
And this really is a good defense because what they've done is focus on stopping the running game and being physical against it.
And the numbers, they really bear that out. They're currently 5th in the National Football League in rushing defense. 2nd and 11. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now Elliott. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
You draw portions. Come on. Let's go.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. 10th carry now for Elliott. And an alley to run. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys cut into that lead. Now the try here for the extra point. It's up and good, and the lead is down now at 11. It's 21-10. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Here we go. Mike 56, Mike 56. Check.
From the shotgun, Wilson. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that will do it for this first half. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Not today, you are. Not today.
They'll keep it on the ground. McMillan. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Mike 50.
I got wide.
19.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. A gain of 6 there on first.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completions.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now it's Wilson, dancing to his left. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
I think you have to chalk that one up for the defense there. Someone right on the spot, excellent coverage, didn't leave him enough room to come down inbounds, even though he did catch the football.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 36.
3rd and 4 is always a tough call. Maybe a little too long to run for it, but not too long to hit him on the quick slant. And that was well executed. Found the window and zipped it right in there.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go. Check nickel.
No time.
Let's go. Drive on. 37. Check 37.
Derrick Henry. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Tight is right. Watch tight. Tight is right.
Now it's Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. And it's 3rd down.
I like the boldness, and I like that they took a shot downfield, but it was well covered, and he was able to get a hand in and knock it away.
Seventh play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
One left.
Mike's 50. Watch the right.
Wilson from the gun, he'll throw. They still can't get him. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Wilson and the offense not coming off the field. They're going for it on 4th. They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Cowboys defense is going to get him the football back. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
The tackle there by Quandre Diggs. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Bravo.
He'll drop to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Shaquill Griffin knocking it away that time in coverage.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth.
Go! Hey, Haywood! 57 Mike. Mike 57.
They're going to try and throw. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. They go for it on fourth down, and it pays off big time as they pick up 29. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. They'll set up to throw, and that's going to be incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And that'll be incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
He'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. This is caught, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Austin Hooper. His 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point right down the middle, and that cuts the lead to 24-17. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down,
all of that.
it caused every bit of it.
And got his man complete. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Now Myers for the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Watch again.
This is Elliott. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
On 2nd down, it's Elliott. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Elliott. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the 4th down. Running with Elliott. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. Ezekiel Elliott not able to get it past the marker. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th and final quarter. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
65. Hey, 0.
Here's Wilson to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 26 and a first down. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people have pointed out to me, this is a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
And that incompletion was caused by the defense. I think they were trying to get one into the middle of the field, trying to find a receiver there. But they were in zone defense. And what are the advantages of being in zone? Eyes and reaction. Eyes meaning all eyes are on the quarterback and able to react when he throws the football and rally to that spot. And that's exactly what happened there. Able to get there and knock it away.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And that's Elliott, complete. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pumps from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And down to the 27-yard line. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down. Here's Elliott. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
They'll run with Pollard. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the fourth quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production, but how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. They'll try again with Elliott. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. This stadium once registered as the loudest roar ever recorded, and you can hear him now. 3rd and goal. Here's Elliott. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys are back within a single score.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like,
Doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that 3rd timeout would have really helped here.
Yeah, another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
I have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7.
We got double up. Shift, watch the shift. Joker. Check three. Deuce. Alert flare. Shift. Check.
They'll keep it on the ground. McMillan. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
And the Cowboys here on third down, bringing in an extra defensive back.
Good job right there. Good job right there.
Hey, alert three.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They get the first. The decision to run on third and medium winds up being a good one. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10.
Mike 56. Mike 56. I'm coming.
Alert three. Alert three. Watch the edge.
Now Wilson. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Luke Kuechly able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Rush in. Sponge. No.
Kill.
Now a give right side. McMillan. Give him 6 on the run. It'll be third down now with still a long way to go to get to the first down marker. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to make it 4th down. So the victory here for Seattle, and it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises, really both sides did, but they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for the Seahawks, the win means they'll finish the first half at a respectable 5-3 record. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, they'll fall to 5-3 with a loss. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Washington. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the